Oh, here we are, everybody. We are back.
Woo woo.
Ham Podcast, episode 16. I am Helmke, and we've got my main man, Mike, who I consider, now work with me
Oh,
here, Mike,
okay. Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
right?
Okay, tell me.
Yes, who I consider the Tom Selleck of
Ooh,
podcasts. And
okay.
let me tell you something, Mike.
I dig
That
that.
man, that man was the man in the 80s.
Oh, he was the
I
man.
mean, Magnum PI, you're talking about Mr. Base. My real question though,
Huh?
how many mustache rides do you think that guy gave? Because that mustache
Ooh.
is legendary.
I mean, it has to be in the thousands, I would have to
I
say.
would easily, right? Easily.
I mean, they probably wanted it just for that. I mean, I don't blame them.
Legend is there's still juices in that mustache till this day. You know?
Ooh. Get to smell all the different berries.
Oh man, juices and berries, baby. Juices and berries.
Juices and berries.
Well, welcome, Mike. It's been a minute since we've had a show, thanks to the holidays,
Holidays,
Christmas and
yep.
New Year's.
Gotta spend
How
time
was
with
everything?
family. It was good. Of course, spend time with family on Christmas time, of course, and New Year's. Trying to stay
Yes.
safe as much as possible with this new Omicron. I think I'm saying it right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, fun. Got time to spend with family. Laughs, drinks, and
Good.
excitement. Fireworks.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, you know what?
Hello.
Before I know, I want to ask you how yours went. Dude, fireworks are stupid expensive. Like stupid. Like
Oh
they more
man.
than doubled in price this year. I'm not buying fireworks for a long while.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't buy any, bro, but I heard they went up in price. And to me, that's crazy. That's bonkers. You know what else went up in price?
What?
I don't know if you saw this. Fucking UFC pay-per-views are up in price again.
How
That makes
much?
2 years in a row. They are now $74.99 each pay-per-view.
Jeez.
So what I'm hoping is they have more fight night cards, on ESPN Plus for free, than they do the pay-per-views. But yeah, that's 2 years in a row now that the pay-per-views for the UFC have gone up.
Does that mean I should start boycotting that too? No, I'm kidding. No, I can't do
Right?
that.
I think now you and I might have to start going halvesies on these, Mike. I
Something.
mean,
Or just not buy
Jesus.
as many of them or something. Jeez. So, how was your
Well,
holidays? I didn't ask. How was your holidays?
I don't know if I can do that, if not buy any. But my holidays were great. I got to spend time with the fam bam. That was good. Um, you know me, Mike. I don't get a lot of gifts during Christmas time, but I actually got some gifts this year.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I got some gifts, so that was fun. Reminded me of when I was 7 years old. That's the last time I got gifts. My mom told me at 8 that I was now a man and I better get my shit together. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Mom, if
Well,
you
I
see this,
mean,
I'm just playing.
the guy that has no Christmas tree and no lights, like
Yeah,
Christmas lights, not that one.
I
Christmas
got a
lights.
light. I got a light, Mike.
That's why I put lights around your banner around you because yeah, you don't
Yes.
do lights.
Yes. I'm not and you know what? My son's slowly following in my footsteps. Like I said, I asked him if he wanted lights, and he's like, "For what?" I was like, "That's my son. That's my boy."
That's my
All
son.
right. Yes. Yes. So that was good. That was good. But no, man, Christmas and New Year's was great. Got to spend it with the family, so that was good, man.
That's good.
That was good. That was good. But little bit, right? Let's jump right in, Mike. Let's not waste too much time here, right? You and I,
Okay.
we are big fans of like digging shit up,
Okay.
right?
Well,
as naturally as boys growing
wait.
up.
Can we verify like digging shit up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As boys, young men, when we're 8, 9 years old, we go out to the backyard and we all want a metal detector, see if we can find gold and
Oh
stuff like
yeah.
that. Well, some scientists were out and about, right? I don't know if you saw this, but they found a fossil of a giant millipede. Now, first of all, I hate little millipedes, right? I don't even like looking at those things, let alone a freaking giant one. Did you see that?
So I did see it. Now I forget how. Yeah, 8.6 feet in length. How big
Bro,
are they normally today? Because I know they're not that big. At least I don't think they are that
no,
big.
no, millipedes are like maybe most millipedes that I've seen. I did the research. They can get up to about a foot long. The big ones.
Okay.
The big ones can get up to about 12 inches.
And this
you
one
just
was
said this one,
8.6 feet in length. And it says it weighed 110 pounds.
bro, that is ridiculous.
Dude.
Imagine we go on a camping trip, Mike. You and I
Okay.
love going camping,
Yep.
right? And we're chilling, and we're getting ready to lay it down for the night, and you go into your tent, and all of a sudden
Oh, God.
you feel something brush up against your leg, and it ain't me this time. It's a 110-pound, 8-foot millipede. What you gonna do, Mike? What's your reaction gonna be like?
Dude, I don't even know. I can seriously say I would freak out because
Oh,
what is this? A millipede, 8.6 feet long. I don't even know. I wouldn't
yeah,
know. I wouldn't know what I would do. I mean, I'd probably scream like a girl. I mean, what else am I gonna
yeah,
do?
yeah. I would yeah,
Okay, let
I
me
would
clarify that.
probably
I'm gonna hit the high notes like a woman can.
yeah,
I know there's men
yeah.
that can, so I would say women because I know a lot of women can. I can't
Well, I tell
until
you what,
that 8
yeah,
foot millipede. Probably I would. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna hit Mariah Carey notes.
Oh
Yeah,
God. Yeah.
I'm hitting
I'm
Mariah
I'm
Carey.
breaking glass.
Yes, I'm hitting you. If you were to combine Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande's high notes, that's me. If a 8-foot millipede, bro, do you know how disgusting that? These things have tiny little legs throughout its whole body. So you're talking about 8 feet worth of little. Well, I don't even know what they're called. Tentacles, feet,
Oh
toes.
yeah, and I
I
forgot
don't
to
know
put
what they're
this.
called. Yeah, hey, welcome in, Jason Feather
Hey, Spedo,
83.
welcome. And there's an
Yeah,
article I forgot to put that if anybody wants to read about it. Now, so I'm trying to think here real quick. Yeah,
tell
so
me.
this one was 22 inches wide. So I was looking at the article, 22 inches wide. Okay, imagine one that's like an inch wide. So think of like a tapeworm. Imagine
Yeah.
an 8-foot tapeworm in your body. Just just cuz. No, I'm
First of
good.
all,
Mm-mm.
like, no, thank you.
But that was
No,
22
thank you.
inches wide. So that's a of course one. It's a long millipede, and then it's I guess I want to say fat millipede as well. So I mean that thing was huge.
Imagine that, bro. There were 8-foot, 8-foot long, 22 feet wide, 110-pound millipedes just streaming across the world back then. Just go ahead and just, hey, I'm just gonna roll right through this grass. You know what that reminds me of? You ever seen Journey to Mysterious Island with The Rock?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Yes. So that's what I thought of when, because the theory on the island is little things are huge, huge things are small.
Yep.
And that's what I thought of. I was like, no freaking way. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
But I remember in that article it was saying that it was over 300 and something million years ago,
Yeah.
which it was
Yeah.
before the dinosaurs.
Before the freaking dinosaurs, bro.
Oh, so I
So
wonder where they went.
I mean,
Well, I guess they could have disappeared after the meteor. Supposedly that's
well,
what happened. I don't know.
well, let's think about it, right? So evolution, right? Everything learns how to adapt, right?
Hmm?
So you got to think, maybe this thing, even though it was before the dinosaurs, it was still around when the dinosaurs were roaming, and the dinosaurs saw it as a big meal. Hey, this
Oh,
thing's
that's
just kind
true.
of, yeah. So it adapted and made itself smaller to maneuver around. I'm sorry, bro. I think I'm a genius.
I mean,
I'm pretty
I can't deny that logic. I can't deny it.
right. Can't deny
Oh, I
it.
was
I'm
thinking
a
same
straight
thing.
right. There it
Damn.
is. There it is.
Yeah, so
But
that's really
speaking
cool.
of scientists, right? You know who I think makes the best scientists?
Cool.
Fucking women, bro.
Okay, and now I want to hear your
Because
answer. Tell me your
yes,
answer. Why?
because they're always digging up the past.
Oh, you're
They're always digging
stupid.
up the
You're dumb.
you know, like if I'm dating a chick, she'll bring up like 3 relationships ago. Yeah, well, I know you cheated because remember that time you cheated on that chick you dated in the 8th grade? Baby, we are 38 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you told me about it, so I know you're a cheater.
So once a cheater, always a cheater.
So I'm pretty sure women make the best damn scientists. But hey, whatever, right? Whatever. Who am I? Right? Who am I?
Hey, it's fine.
You know what's not fine?
Well, It's not me because I'm always fine. No, I'm kidding.
You always fine like a jig of wine. And Cepeda, you fine too, baby. No, I won't leave you out, Jay Cepeda 83. But you know what's not fine, man?
What's not fine?
Walking out on your team.
Oh, dude. Okay. Well, I know where you're going for right now.
Talk to me, Mike. Talk to me.
So you're talking about Antonio Brown. So okay. Have you heard? Did you? Well, yeah. I can't even talk right now. God, I'm so
Take your time.
angry.
Take your time, baby boo. Take your time.
did you hear what he said of why he walked out?
Yes.
Okay. So supposedly, what's his name? Something Arians. What's his name?
Bruce Arians.
Okay. He told Antonio Brown to go in. Supposedly he was hurt, and he kept saying, "I don't want to go in. I'm hurt." And he was like, "Go in." And then I guess supposedly he said, like, he was on the bench, and the coach went to him on the bench and said, either you get in or leave or what, something like that. Well, that's what he says, and that's why he went away. But he did have X-rays showing that he had a broken ankle. I think it was.
He's got some broken like bone spurs in the ankle.
Yeah, so he needs to have surgery. So, like, who's wrong there? I mean, I don't even know.
So let me ask you a question, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you were him,
yeah.
Okay, and you knew you had this broken ankle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or broken bones in the ankle, bone spurs, whatever it is, you require surgery. Why would you even be suited up for the game?
I mean, true.
Why would you even put on, and not just that, but they played in New York, New Jersey, right? They were playing a road game. So why would you even travel with the team, suit up, full uniform, helmet, shoulder pads, pants, go through warm-ups and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden say, and then by the way, he played part of the first half.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the third quarter say, no, I'm injured. I can't go in.
Well, I mean, he could have been playing injured.
So I don't know if you read, here's another part of the story.
Uh-huh.
Bruce Arians said that when he asked him to go in, that he was upset that Antonio Brown was upset that he wasn't getting any balls thrown his way.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and he had a bonus that if he had so many catches and so many yards, he gets $1 million bonus. And he was very upset that the ball wasn't going his way. So by the third quarter, that was the reason that he said, "No, why? You're not throwing me the ball. I'm not like a throwing a temper tantrum."
So yeah, so yeah, it's true because he could have faked the bone spurs because he went to his own doctor, didn't go to the team doctor or wherever they picked, and he's saying that because he's mad he's not getting his bonus. I mean, yeah, that's possible. But I mean, let's just say he did walk out on his team. That's fucked up. Like,
and here's the thing, and this is what makes me believe. Yeah, this is what makes me not be on his side. Right? You didn't want to go in because of your ankle, broken bone spurs, and all this stuff. But you ran off the field and doing jumping jacks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Come on now, dude. Come on now, man.
I'm just like, I mean, if you're really that hurt, yeah, why are you running? Why are you doing jumping jacks? And it's just like, dude, really? Okay, so it's kind of hard because now that we're out talking about it, thinking about it, he got his own doctor. He still doesn't want to see the team's doctor. He probably doesn't want to see the team's doctor because they'll realize that he's lying and could be full of shit. Possibly. Exactly. Because I don't know, but very possible. But to still leave your team, throw your shoulder pads, I don't know. That's what I don't know.
And if you look at the video, right, because the camera obviously caught it, you see Mike Evans trying to talk to him like, "Hey, bro, calm down, relax, it's okay." And Antonio didn't want to hear it. Antonio Brown basically shrugged him off. So Evans kind of walked away like, fine, whatever. He was going back and forth with the coach. So, look, man, I played the game, right? Obviously, I haven't played at the level that Antonio Brown has, right? Obviously. But I played the game. And regardless, man, you don't walk out on your team.
Yep.
No matter what happens, you don't do it on the sidelines where you walk out, you throw your helmet, your shoulder pads, and you say, "I'm out." And then not just that, but as your team's on the field, you run through the end zone. You don't even go out the back of it. You run through the end zone doing jumping jacks, giving the fans the peace sign saying, "I'm out." To me, you wanted it to be seen. You wanted to put on a show. That's what you're all about. And now look, now he's doing the how can I put it? He's doing the rounds of different podcasts. He was just on, the Nelk Boys podcast talking about it. He was on this show, that show. Antonio, you really want to get your story out? Come on the Ham podcast, my man.
Yep.
You want to get your story out, Antonio Brown? Come on the Ham podcast. We'll give you a fair shot. You tell the fans what really happened. Hey, we'll give you a fair shot, Antonio.
And
We're
show
not
me
biased.
and show me the X-rays. I want to see them.
Yeah, we'd like to see it, my man. So Antonio Brown, here's the invitation. If you're man enough to take it, Antonio, Friday nights at 8:30, you come on the Ham podcast. We'll check it out. We'll listen to you. We'll hear your side of the story. But right now, I think you in football terms, you fumbled the ball, sir. You should never walk out on your team.
Yep. I mean, right now, from the way it looks and sounds, I know you said, like you said, doctor says I have bone spurs or whatever is wrong with it. But we won't know until the x-rays are released. I haven't seen those. I mean, unless he did and I haven't seen them. And or use the team doctor so they can verify it as well.
Let me ask you this, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the general manager of another NFL team, right, that maybe needs the help,
Okay.
right? Next season, you're the general manager of the Texans or the Jaguars or somebody who really needs a wide receiver, right? 49ers, they need somebody opposite of Debo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like the Seahawks who needs somebody on the other side of DK. Would you give Antonio another chance?
It would be at the veteran minimum for a 1-year contract. See if he could do it. But that's it. I wouldn't get if he can go through that entire season playing. Of course, if he really is injured during the season, that's a different story. But like, if you're not causing issues in the locker room, you're showing up on time, you're making all the team meetings, you're showing that you're a team player, all that stuff. Okay, we'll give you possibly a longer term at the end of the season. But I would give him the veteran minimum and for a 1-year contract. See how it goes.
I don't even know if I do that, man. And let me tell you why. I think he is a cancer to teams, right? He did this towards the end of his career at Pittsburgh. In the beginning of his career, he was good, Antonio, right? Trying to prove himself.
That's when they're all good, is when they're first starting, because they're humble.
Exactly.
They're hungry for it. And then when they get all the money and stuff, they're just like, I can be whatever I want. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then what? He moved on. He went to was it Oakland at the time? Didn't work out there.
Yeah.
Then he went to New England with Tom. Didn't work out there. Right. Then he came back. He's at Tampa with Tom. And now here's the thing, right? One thing you don't do is you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Right. Tom Brady's got him fed twice already. Once with New England and once with Tampa. Now he's talking shit about Tommy. Now he's saying, yeah, Tom Brady's my friend. You know why he's my friend? Because he needs guys like me to help him win Super Bowls.
Yep.
He needs guys like me to play football for him. Antonio, you might have just talked yourself out of the league. You don't talk about the GOAT, my man.
Yeah, so he's had a lot of chances. So I don't see a team pick him up, it's not a surprise.
Yeah.
If he gets picked up from a team, I would say this is his very last chance. If he screws up, he's out completely. And the Cowboys better not pick him up. I don't want him.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I hope not. I'd rather not win I don't know. If he could guarantee me a Super Bowl as a Cowboys fan, I don't know. But it would have to be a guarantee. But yeah, I don't see him in the league, man, anymore. I don't know if you saw him on the Nelk Boys podcast. He was talking about doing music. He was coming out with some collabs with other music artists.
Oh,
God. Good luck to you, Antonio Brown. I hope you save some of the money you made. You're going to need it because I don't see another team taking a chance on you. You are a PR nightmare, sir. And you're a quitter.
Or you can, you know what, call Shaq. Shaq answers. Take some business advice from him because he does a lot of business ventures and makes a lot of money. I would say call Shaq in case you can't make it in the league. That's my best advice.
Yeah.
Sticking with football, but we're going to go to the college side.
Ooh.
Now, this one also bothers me. So, I don't know if you heard what, what's his name? I think I see it right here. Herb Street. Is that his name? Herb Street?
Kirk Herbstreit. Yep.
Okay. Did you
How
hit?
dare you? He is a legend.
No. But nothing wrong with him. Kirk is the man. I mean, I know him. I see him all the time. I just don't always
Yeah.
say his name. But he was talking about what do you call it? College players not playing in their bowl game.
Yep.
Where he was saying that they do not love the game of football because they're not playing in the bowl games. Because when when they all played any bowl game, that was a reward to get there. Yes, it's not the championship bowl game, of course, but to make it to the bowl game, you're playing still for your team. You're playing for that trophy of that bowl game. And a lot of players today are opting out of playing in their bowl games because they do not want to get hurt and want to go to the draft. I feel like, to me, I would play out my entire season, including the bowl game. Now, I understand why they're doing it, of course. Yeah, they want to make sure they get their top draft, but it's almost like the same thing. Like, you're quitting on your team. Like, you guys got there together, and now all your top stars that are also making the NFL don't want to play because they want to make that money. What do you think?
I'm torn, man, because look, I get it, right? These young men have probably worked their way to try to get to the NFL from Pop Warner to middle school to high school to college, right? So I get it. And that aspect, your body is your money maker, right? That's how you're going to make your money. So to get to the next level, are you willing to put your body on the line before you get to the level where you can truly make some money,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I understand that aspect of it from these college players. But with that being said, right? What's next? Let's say you're in a contract year of the NFL and your team, let's say they don't necessarily make it to the playoffs, right? And you say, hey, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and sit out these last 2 games. I don't want to risk my body before I can be picked up in free agency.
Oh, yeah.
So is that next, right? Because that's essentially what these kids are doing.
Yep.
Hey, I don't want to risk my body before I get to the next level of being picked up. So, hey, welcome in. Don't lie, ho.
What's up?
Look, man, I get it. These college players, but at the same time, you put your body on the line for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years already playing college ball, right? What's one more game?
Yeah.
Especially a bowl game, especially when. And again, right, goes back to what we were just talking about, almost quitting on your team. It's not just you that worked your way to that bowl game. It's 52 other guys on that team that practiced 2-a-days, 3-a-days, played a whole season, right? Night practices, day practices. And you decide, hey, guys, I know I'm the best guy on this team, but I'm going to go ahead and sit this one out.
Yep. I feel like
right?
it's a slap in the face to your teammates. Now,
Yeah.
because you get here. As that player, you have to think about, you know what? All 52 players on this team are not going to make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
So this is, let's say they're seniors or whatever. This is like their last ride. Or even the juniors. Maybe they never make it. I don't know.
Yep.
It's their last ride. You owe it to your teammates because they got you to a bowl game. To finish it out for your team. Try to win it for them. And then, yes, go get your glory. I also feel if you do get hurt, the NFL teams are still going to see everything that you did, see the heart that you had for your team, and still draft you. You may slip in the draft, of course, but guess what? You slip in the draft, you play on that team, you do well, you get your long contract eventually, but at the end of the day, you did it for the players that are not making it to where you made it. At least that's how I see it.
Let's look at this, right? Here's 2 different examples, 2 different ends of the spectrum, right?
Okay.
You got somebody like, and these hit close to home because they were both Cowboys, right? You got somebody like Jalen Smith in college.
Of course.
Linebacker, played at the University of Notre Dame, right? He was projected to go in the top 5 of the draft. Top 5, right? Which guarantees you at least $5 million signing bonus, right? In his last bowl game, he played his senior year bowl game.
That hurt.
Blew his knee out. Not just a regular blowout. He blew the knee out so bad that they weren't even sure if he was going to walk without a limp again, right? So it was devastating. Yes, he still got drafted, but he got drafted what, 2nd or 3rd round by the Cowboys, and essentially made a lot less money as a rookie.
Yeah.
Right. Then you look at somebody like Michael Parsons, sat out his senior year, his
But this is yeah,
entire
the
senior
entire
year.
senior year, yeah.
Yeah. And said, I don't want to risk it. And he ended up getting drafted. We picked him at 10,
Uh,
right?
11.
11.
11 or yeah, I think because we
Yeah.
swapped our pick. It was either 11 or 12, but
Yeah.
I think 11.
Picked him within the top 12, right? Got a good signing bonus and came in the league healthy and is tearing the league up. You know, he's a monster as a rookie, right? Because he
Mhm.
came in healthy. So these guys see that. They see, look what happened to Jalen. Look at what Micah's doing, right?
True.
And
But then you have the ones that played and still do well in the NFL.
yes.
So I mean,
Yes.
but sitting out your entire senior year is not really quitting on your team because you didn't play the senior year. I feel like if you played your entire senior year and quit the bowl game, I think that's worse. Like a lot worse.
I agree though. I am on the side of I would not sit out my bowl game.
Yeah, if I played my entire senior year and we get to a bowl game, I'm not sitting out. Now, if
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, like, if I'm gonna sit out my whole entire senior year, okay, cool, different. That's different. Y'all made it. Hope y'all win. But yeah, it's just two ends of the spectrum. Now,
Yeah.
it's just, it sucks because for me, I wouldn't do it, and I know now that the trend has started for players to
Oh
sit.
yeah.
It's going to happen even more. And like you said, what's the trend now going to be in the NFL? You know, are you going to sit out half the season? Because you're like, I don't want to get hurt. I'm
Yeah.
going to, I may go be a free agent, go to another team. You sit out just the last couple of games before you don't make it to playoffs. I mean, I don't know.
Yep. That's a good it's $1 million question, man. I mean, I think only time will tell, but I will say this. I agree with you. I would not sit out the bowl game. I would put my body on the line for my team. I would go balls to the wall for my team, man.
Yep.
You know, let's do it. But hey, I was never put in that position, right? I was never the big time college player who had that chance. So I mean, hindsight's always 2020. But these guys that are going through it, they're the ones that gotta make the call. It's their body, it's their family that they're trying to support. It's their millions of dollars that are up for grabs. So, you know, hey, either way, I can't really hate on y'all, but I would play.
Same. I would play as well. Was it? Don't lie. Ho said Jonathan Taylor 5 rushing touchdowns in one game in college, and then 4 rushing and 1 receiving, all in one game in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he played his bowl game if he was there. I'm guaranteed he did.
Oh, yeah. He played his bowl game with Wisconsin. Yep. He played it at the University of Wisconsin. Let me tell you something real
He ain't
quick.
no punk.
Yeah, he ain't no punk. I tell you what, if I had a vote for MVP this year, I'd give it to Jonathan Taylor. That man has carried the Indianapolis Colts on his shoulders all year long.
Okay, let me ask this question: Jonathan Taylor, Micah Parsons. Oh no, well, that's defensive player of the year, offensive player.
Yeah.
That's different. Never mind. But if you had to pick one, anyways, who would you pick?
For MVP this year,
Let's say, yeah, MVP of the league between them two.
I'd have to go Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I mean he's done
Only
more.
because, yeah, I'd have to go Jonathan Taylor because Jonathan Taylor, I mean, like I said, man, the Colts, look, I am not a huge fan of the Colts. I was a Colts, you know, a little bit of a closet Colts fan when Peyton was there. But, you know, when I saw them pick up Carson Wentz, I was like, ha, ha, good luck with that. Carson's a bust, you
And
know?
he's not.
Well, he hasn't been that good this year. He's been able not to make the big mistakes, right? Not the interceptions he threw in Philly, stuff like that. But he hasn't been a great quarterback. But what makes that team run, and no pun intended, right, is Jonathan Taylor, the running back. He keeps that team going. And then not to mention, I think they got probably the I'd say top two, top three defenses in the league. One of the top defensive players in Darius Leonard, one of the top defensive linemen in DeForest Buckner. I mean, they got a good secondary. Them and the Cowboys have gone first and second through the whole year in takeaways. They keep trading spots, first, second, first, second. You know, so Indianapolis, I think if they had a good quarterback, I think you could look at them as a serious contender in the playoffs. But Carson Wentz isn't gonna when it comes down to it, he's not going to be the guy for them. And teams will load up the box, stop Jonathan Taylor, and they'll ultimately beat Indianapolis.
I see him getting better as with the Colts than the Eagles. So he may surprise you in a year or two. I'm just
We'll
saying.
see.
You never
All I
know.
know is, as a Longhorns fan, they need to go ahead and sit Carson Wentz and start Sam Ellinger. They need to start Sam Ellinger. That boy is the future of that team. Could you imagine, bro? And I know you're not a big college fan, Mike,
Nope.
but and don't lie, ho. I agree. They do need to get some bigger, younger wide
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
receivers.
whoa. Read the last one he sent.
They need Cap. Look at the actual stats of Carson.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know this young lingo of cap and no cap. No, I'll just play.
Yeah, you
But
do.
but look, his stats look good, man. But if I had to pick between all the quarterbacks in the AFC that are going to be in the playoffs, he'd be towards the bottom that I would want on my leading my team. Right? You look at Patrick Mahomes, you look at Joe Burrow, you look at well, it looks like it's not going to be Lamar Jackson. It's going to be Huntley. So he wouldn't be last because Huntley would be last. I choose Huntley last, right? But you look at Justin Herbert, even Derek Carr, right? You look at these AFC quarterbacks. I wouldn't take Carson ahead of any of those
Well,
guys except Huntley,
yeah, not right now,
right?
but this is his first year with the Colts. He's gonna have a little bit more time, but he's doing better than he did with the Eagles, that's for sure. So we'll see.
But I don't. I'm not a big Carson fan. I think he's not the mentalist. He's not the most mentally strong quarterback out there. Um, as I say that,
Yeah.
right? But don't lie, ho. I am a fan of your Colts, man. Y'all have a phenomenal defense, a great running back. I think you're a quarterback and like two receivers away from making big splashes in the AFC. But
Never we'll
we'll
see.
see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I wanted so this one you brought to me.
Talk to me.
I don't know the entire story, but the Dana White roast of Jake Paul.
Yeah. So it's interesting, right? So they've had their beef, right? Because Jake Paul's been ever since he started boxing. For some reason, he calls out old MMA fighters,
Because he can
right?
only beat the old MMA
Yeah.
fighters.
He and not just old MMA fighters. He's calling out old wrestling background MMA fighters, right?
Oh, and
He
boxing, like Mike
yeah.
Tyson.
Well, yeah, he's not serious about that. Mike Tyson would hurt that kid, even
Yeah.
at his age. But he called out Ben Askren, right? Who's all about wrestling, right? Ben Askren was probably the worst striker in the history of MMA, right? I would choose CM Punk striking over Ben Askren striking, right? So he knocked out Ben Askren, of course. He fought a Tyron Woodley, who's known as a wrestler. But yes, I'll say this: Tyron Woodley was a knockout artist late in his career. But
Yeah.
then
Now,
once he
but
got
he's a
on that
joke.
losing streak,
He's a joke.
yeah, once he got on that losing streak in the UFC, though, it's like he was afraid to throw a punch, man. And we continue to see that as he had his two boxing matches.
It was fixed. It was fixed.
I agree, but right, so we'll get to it, right? So they've had that beef, right? Jake's been calling out Dana about the fighter pay. Why don't you pay your fighters more? And one of the things he said is maybe you're too busy, or maybe you're spending too much of your money on cocaine, Dana, and not
Oh
enough on
yeah.
paying your fighters, right? So Dana came back and said, "Okay, I tell you what, I'll let you cocaine test me for 2 years straight whenever you want. If you let me steroid test you for 1 year whenever I want."
Oh, he ain't gonna do that because he's doing that.
Yeah, so Jake stayed quiet for a couple of days, right? And then he came back and he says, "Fine, Dana, you can steroid test me. I've never done steroids." He goes, "I tell you what, let's make another deal." He goes, "Why don't you bump up your pay to 50,000 every fight for every fighter, minimum 50,000."
Okay,
He goes, "And I'll sign a one fight deal in the UFC to fight Jorge Masvidal." He goes, "With MMA rules."
he'll lose.
He absolutely would lose.
He
Oh,
yeah, he would completely lose. He would need to be boxing rules because if you do the MMA rules, UFC rules, yeah,
yes.
he'll get shredded. He'll get destroyed.
Yes.
But I
Well,
do agree. I mean, I don't think Dana's doing coke. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. But
There he is. Hey,
yeah,
let him have his
but
fun. He's
let's just
got millions
say
of dollars.
he isn't. Let's just say. Uh, I don't think he would get like it would test positive. I don't think it would, but I do think Jake would be testing positive for steroids, like
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. If somebody told me, hey, put your next paycheck on whether you think Dana is gonna test positive for coke or Jake Paul's testing positive for steroids, I'd put my money on Jake Paul testing positive for steroids.
Yes,
Right. I
I
would put
agree.
my whole entire check. It's not much, but I'd put it, right? But Dana took it a step further, man. Dana was like, okay, you want to talk shit? He goes, I know who your manager is. He goes, that stare down, the guy that was standing there with the, what did he say? The warlock nose.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
goes, yeah. He goes, he used to be an accountant for us. He goes, and let me just tell you something. He's no longer an accountant because, well, let's just say he's a scumbag. He goes, so if I was you, kid, I'd watch your money. He goes, but he goes, I know what that scumbag does. He goes, and I know what he's telling you. Trust me, my fighters get paid well. I will say this, man. Most incoming UFC fighters, right? When they release the basic pay,
Hmm.
they make about 10,000, okay, a fight. 5,000 to show, 5,000 to win. Okay. Now, 10,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at these small time boxers that are just starting up and just starting to make it to a show, they're not even making that. They're making like 1,000, 500 to show, 500 to win. They're making maybe 1,500,
Damn.
right? So I would take the 10 G's over 1,000, over 1,500. Jake Paul, the thing about him is he doesn't realize that, right? He doesn't look at all of these small time boxers that do it. Let me ask you this. You watch pay-per-views, right, Mike, for
Of
boxing?
course. Yeah.
How many of those guys do you actually know on the card besides the main event?
Probably just the main event.
Probably just the main event, right?
And
But when you
maybe the co-main event if I'm lucky.
maybe, yeah, maybe if you're lucky, right? But when you watch a UFC event, how many of those guys do you know,
Good amount, like
right?
majority. I know.
At least half the card,
Yeah, like the entire
right?
card, not just the main event. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? So why? Because the UFC lets these guys market themselves, right? They put themselves, they let them go out there, they put them on the commercial, they put them on the embeddeds, right? The UFC embeddeds, they put them on all the all access shows, all of that stuff, right? Boxing doesn't do that for their undercard guys,
True.
right? So I think Jake Paul needs to just kind of realize that, but he doesn't want to step in the MMA cage with real rules when it's not fixed. But looking at this, let me see here. Jake's lucky he didn't actually fight Tommy because he would have lost. Here's the thing. Don't lie. I was gonna say, here's the thing, ho. Here's the thing. Don't lie. I agree. In a real boxing match, I think Tommy beats him. However, a lot of rumors are saying that that's why Tommy Fury pulled out of the fight because he was not willing to sign that contract that allows Jake to win. And so a lot of people said that's why he faked the injury because his family said, no, we're not signing this contract that's going to embarrass us. Like we've built up a reputation. We're not going to let this guy destroy it.
But they did call the guy that would.
Yeah, they called the guy who knew they would take the money. I mean, it's crazy to me, man. You go from a UFC Hall of Famer, 5-time champ, you're Tyron Woodley, and then you let Jake Paul knock you out, and then you hold a contest saying whoever does the best meme of me being knocked out wins $5,000. What? What? You're gonna you're gonna make fun of yourself?
And then try to make more money off of it. Like,
Yeah, come on, man. Tell me that doesn't have fix written all over
uh,
it, Mike.
now also with Don't Lie was saying that Dana White that we're like, well, if Dana doesn't do coke, that we're what do you say? Oh, we're crazy. He may.
Yeah,
I don't know. If let's say he doesn't do coke, he does something else. It could be weed or it could be I don't know. It could be heroin. I don't know. Could be doing something else.
yeah, I'm sure. Look, man, when you've got billions of dollars in your bank account, I'm sure you do something.
Yeah.
Whether you smoke weed or you do coke, right?
Do
But
shrooms.
Yeah, do shrooms. Who knows, right? I'm not here. And here's the thing for Jake Paul, I'm not even here to bash him on the steroid thing.
Yeah, because many
If you,
people do that.
yeah, if you've got an organization that's going to let you take steroids and let you win these fights by doing it, make your money, kid. Why not? Make your money. But when it comes down to the real fights and you got to fight somebody like I think don't lie put Canelo, he's not gonna let you do steroid. But then again, right? Hey, Canelo got busted for PEDs,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So maybe it'll be the battle of the steroids.
But Canelo also won't let you win either. If
No,
you're gonna box, you're gonna box.
yes, I agree. I speaking of box, right? Let's go off topic a little bit,
Okay,
Mike.
okay.
Have you ever been called the wrong name?
Like, what's the situation?
Like, let's say you're walking down the street and somebody says, hey, Billy."
I don't think it was like that elaborate, but I did have someone say if I was so and so, like came up to me, then like yell it out like from
Yeah.
afar.
How did you
Uh,
react to that?
I said no. They go, "Oh, you look just like this person," and then they
Oh,
would tell me like, "You sure?" Like just to make sure, just to make sure.
got you.
You don't live in this neighborhood or you never worked here. I'm like, no. Do you know this person? Nope. It's like they want to just make sure I'm not
Okay.
lying to them. So I've
All
had it.
right.
I've had it happen. Yeah.
All right. So the reason I ask is I don't know if you saw, man. You know who Jason Derulo is?
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah. The singer.
Okay. So
Jason
apparently,
Derulo.
yeah, singer, big time TikTok star now. Apparently, this motherfucker was like, I don't know, at the mall, airport. I don't remember where it was. And somebody said,
Oh.
"Hey, Usher."
Oh my god. Okay,
and
he could move like Usher, but he's not Usher.
and he charged this guy, ran at him and started like swinging, punched
What?
this guy. Yes, lost his shit.
Just because
Now,
they asked if he was Usher?
now he might have been getting heckled. I don't know. I didn't get to see the whole video, right? But
Uh-uh.
the guy, somebody's holding a camera, a phone camera, and you hear, "Hey, Usher!" Jason Derulo knocked over a railing. His people was trying to hold him back. He was fought through that, ran to the guy, threw a punch. I mean, it it's like, first of all, I mean, brother, you
Wow.
just got called one of the best R&B stars ever, right? Usher. Take
Yeah.
it as a compliment, my man.
I mean, you give me a different name every stream, and I'm not offended. I would love
You
to
know,
be any one of those
hey,
people.
people confuse me with The Rock all the time. I walk down the street, they're like, hey, Dwayne. I'm like, no, I'm John
No.
Elke. John Elke. No. So, okay. So thank you, Don't Lie. So him and that guy were in an altercation prior to that.
Okay.
Okay. But still, that's it is the cherry on the top. As Jason
Well,
Derulo,
you
you
know
gotta
what though? But
understand.
but the cherry on the top is not even a bad cherry on the top. That's like a good cherry on the top. Now, if he would have said like someone that you're one of the island boys or whatever is what they call them. Okay, I could probably see that, but I mean,
Oh
geez.
yeah, yeah. No, man. It's funny though because in Jason Derulo, you're in a no-win situation, right? If you got into an altercation with this guy and he calls you Usher and you walk away, people will be like, "Damn, Jason got punked," right? But then if you do what he did, which is charge the guy, now you're probably gonna have to pay this guy some money,
Yeah.
right? Because he's gonna sue you.
Got
I'd
it
rather
on
be called
video.
the punk. Yeah, I'd rather be called the punk, right? Call me a punk. I'm gonna keep walking. You're not gonna get any of my money, and
Yep.
then I'm gonna call Usher and say, "Hey, do you want to do a video together?" Right, and
Oh
then make
yeah,
more
yeah,
money.
exactly.
You know,
Boom. Got a win there, but no, he went the other route.
he went the other route.
God.
Let us know about you. Don't lie, Jason Feather. Let us know about y'all, man. What would you do if somebody called you by the wrong name? Would you flip out or would you keep your cool and just keep walking?
It depends on who they call. Like if they call me a singer, I just start singing whatever song I knew of that person. You know,
Right?
something I don't know. Or if they call me the Rock, and of course that would never happen. You just give them
Yeah,
the
Mike.
eyebrow.
I'm sorry, pal. It happens to me all the time, man. I don't know why. I'm telling you, I'll go out to a
Yeah,
restaurant with my son, and they're like, "Hey, Dwayne," and I turn around. I'm like, "No, it's me, John
they
Elke.
can
I'm
call me
sorry."
they can call me Fabio, and I'll be like, yes, I do love butter, and I left my wig at home.
That's right. That's right. Oh, Merlin the Titan says you called him by the wrong name all the time.
What?
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
That's true. I did. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh man. Oh man. I need to hear this story. Is this an off the record kind of story?
No, I don't. Sure.
Let it out, Mike. Let it out.
No, I mean, I call him by his name. I mean, the many times I probably called him, Wesley Snipes. I think I've called him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I probably call him like John Legend because his voice is so pure. You know.
Ah.
Yep.
John Legend, pure
Yep.
voice.
Yep.
I've noticed you called him two specific genres of people, so we're gonna go ahead and pass on that.
Hey, he could be a badass and he could be an awesome singer. What's wrong with that?
This is true. This
Jeez.
is true.
God.
This is true. I'm sorry. Or he could just be somebody who doesn't pay his taxes and somebody who
Okay. So you went the other route, just like Jason Derulo. Got it. Okay.
Hello. No, welcome in, Marlon. Welcome in. But all right, so we talked about probably Jason getting sued. I'm sure he can borrow some money from this company. Did you see it, man?
Wait,
Apple.
wait, who's gonna get sued by this person?
No,
Or company?
I said in case Jason Derulo gets sued, I'm sure he can borrow some money from this company.
That's true. That's if that guy had an iPhone in his hand. That's true.
This is true.
Yep.
Right? So Apple, Mike, has become the first $3 trillion company.
Oh, no, I heard pre, but you said tree. So
Yeah. I combined trillion and three together. I'm trill, bro. I'm trill.
3
But
trillion.
but yes, they are the first $3 trillion company.
Does not surprise me.
Like, I mean, when you think about it, look at all the things they have, man, right?
Also,
I mean,
before you say that, I forgot to say hi to Merlin. Did I say hi? I was just laughing at his comment, so I want to say hi.
there you
So,
go.
sorry, I want to say hi. My
Being
my
Mike.
bad.
Being Mike.
Hey,
Merlin, I'm
things I'm
sorry you
thinking
have
about.
to take this abuse.
Things I'm thinking about, and then like I tell myself, did I say hi? Then I don't want to be rude, so let me just say hi twice. You know how I am, bro. If I feel like I'm being rude, I have to like say it later. So I had to say it.
I got you.
But yeah, so the 3 trillion.
3 trillion.
I even skipped the billion. So 3 trillion does not surprise me because if I'm not mistaken, I mean Apple changed the game of our phones. Smartphones. They changed the game on that.
What kind of phone is that, Mike?
That's not an iPhone. So, but my first, I want to say my first smartphone.
Yes, I will vouch for you.
Was Apple. I want to say it was the second Apple phone that came out. So I put the article for anyone that wants to read about the $3 trillion company, Apple. So yeah, I did have their second phone that they released, not the first one, which had like a metal backing. But yeah, doesn't, like I said, doesn't surprise me. They changed the game when it came with the iPhones, the iPods. They beat the Zune out because Microsoft had the Zune that was gone.
Yep.
And then every other company, Android wise, Samsung and Google Pixel came a lot later.
Galaxy, all those guys.
So Samsung and they've all caught up now because Apple hasn't changed much of how their phones work, but they did go other routes. Like their computers, their laptops, and
iPads,
earbuds,
Apple Watches.
Apple Watch. Yeah. So they did change a lot of the games of what we all see today. So them being the first $3 trillion company does not surprise me at all. And I'm actually glad that they did all the stuff they did because they made all the advancements for all the other companies that people use so much better. So,
and not just that, but they help make other people rich, right? Look at Dr. Dre. Well, yeah, not me either. But look at Dr. Dre. They made Dr. Dre a billionaire when they bought out the rights to Beats from him.
That is true. Yep.
He became a billionaire because of that. So, kudos to Apple. Me personally, I'm not a big Apple guy, right? I'm not a huge Apple fan. I think, my mind is very simple and sometimes their shit is hard for me to work, so I stay away from Apple phones. I think I had an iPad once and then I gave it to my son. So I tend not to do Apple, but I will agree with you, man. I think that they've made great advancements in the world and kudos to Apple. Apple, be careful though. You may be getting a call pretty soon from the U.S. government to help bail us out of our debt. They may be looking to borrow some money.
Yep.
So, just be ready, Apple. Hope you look at your caller ID on your Apple phone. I just showed my age. I said caller ID.
Oh
Look at
my God.
yeah. Look at
Hold on. Let me go grab my pager. Hold on.
look at
Jeez.
you. Look at who's calling you. And if it says US Gov, don't answer, Apple. Don't
Oh
answer.
God. Your caller ID.
Shut up, Mike. All right. Shut up. You had one when you were little. You did.
What, caller ID? Who did?
Yeah, your parents had a caller ID.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I know my parents did. Look, Mike, I wasn't. Well, I'm not saying you were, but my parents weren't the wealthiest, right? And there was some times where they owed some bill collectors, so it's like, look at the phone. Who's calling? Yeah, don't answer
Yeah.
that one.
Hey, but now everyone has caller ID on all the
Yeah,
phones and everything, on
everybody's got it.
TV, on your freaking smartwatch. So you'd be like, nope,
Yep.
denied, not talking to you.
Again, Mom, I'm sorry if you're watching this. I don't mean to talk about you. Eventually, my mom and my dad did pay all those bills. I promise. But yeah, man, it was. I think bill collectors hated the invention of caller ID.
Yep.
It completely ruined their element of surprise.
But I do want to say with the Apple though, I do see the new technology coming out. It's not coming out as much, and it could be more of Steve Jobs, because Steve Jobs was very, very intelligent, very smart.
Yeah.
He turned that company around. But the advancement that we used to see when Steve Jobs was alive is nowhere near the speed of when he was alive. So I don't know. I see other companies doing a little bit more, but we'll see if Apple still finds something new to bring out that no one's ever thought of. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Speaking of advancements, though,
Yeah.
right? Did you see what the hell China did?
Yes, I don't know if my brain can understand it, but
I don't even know why. Like, I get why, but talk to me, man. I'm scared. This kind of shit scares me.
all right. So here's the article for everyone to read. So what they did was made an artificial sun, and I think it was 3 times as hot, or I think it was
No.
2 or 3 times as hot, or
No,
hotter.
I think it was
hotter.
like 13 times.
Was it
I
13
think it
times?
burns 13 times hotter than the sun.
Yeah, let me look at this article. I may have.
Yeah, double check it. I
Let me
could
double
be
check.
wrong. But either way, it burns a number of times hotter than our real sun.
Praise the temperature. No, that doesn't tell me.
But here's the thing, right? Here's why it scares me.
Mhm.
And I get why they're doing it, right? In the article, it talks about how if this works, it's gonna help us with sustainable energy, where it's clean energy. It'll help the universe 6 times hotter. Thank you. 6 times hotter than the sun. Thank you. Don't lie.
Is that in the article? Shit, I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Remember, Mike, we know you don't know how to read. It's okay. We've talked about this on the podcast many times. Mike doesn't know how to read, everybody. All right. We're just going to put it out there again.
Shit. I don't know. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, exactly. They claim that it'll help with clean energy. But here's my thing, Mike, right? What happens to planets that are too close to the sun?
What happens?
Yeah, like if we were, right, the order of the planets, right?
Yeah.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, right? If humans were on Mercury,
Oh, we burn.
right, we'd burn.
Yeah.
Right? We're too close. It's too hot.
Yeah, there's
right?
the I don't know what the official term is, but yes, there's a safe zone around the sun where life is able to grow. But you know what though? I don't 100% agree with that though. And the reason why is because we still know very little about the universe. Where I think there are organisms, creatures, or whatever that do live outside of that safe area. We just don't know it yet. That's what I think.
I get what you're saying, but I agree with don't lie. That's a weapon.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's a weapon. Yes, I get that they're saying it's for clean energy, but you don't think they could say, okay, US you wanna fuck with us, US? Well, instead of dropping these atomic bombs that are gonna hurt the whole world, we're just gonna go to point this artificial sun that burns 6 times hotter than the real sun. We're gonna go to point it right at y'all.
That
Right?
I could see it being a weapon. It also would be nice if if they are being for real for clean energy, and if let's say it's sustainable energy where it basically never goes away. I mean, okay, not to say never. There's things that could trip it, make it go. But let's say you can make a little mini fusion reactor that goes into a car. Let's just say, right?
Yeah.
You never have to charge it. You never have to put gas in it. It basically is always ready when you go come back.
Did you just describe the flux capacitor?
No, because flux
Did you
capacitor.
just describe the
No,
flux
because the
capacitor?
flux capacitor, you still have to put junk in it, like banana peels and tin
But
cans or aluminum
you
cans.
don't have to plug it in. You don't have to
But you
charge
still
it.
need a source with the flux capacitor. Talking about with a fusion, it just basically normally is constantly spinning. It has an energy, and then of course you can actually charge energy even more if you need it to have more power. It would be awesome because then electricity is so much more sustainable. You don't have to worry about paying bills on it. It's clean energy. But yes, could it be used as a weapon? Very possibly. Could they make spaceships out of it? That'd be awesome as well.
Well, not just that, but let's look at the big picture here, right? This is where my mind goes, Mike. The sun essentially is a star,
Of course.
right? And every star burns out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every star burns out and it dies. There's going to be a time when that happens to our sun. And the scientists have already said it. There's going to be a time where our sun eventually burns out and it's not going to produce enough heat to sustain Earth, right? To keep it at a temperature where we can be, where we can survive.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have our own artificial sun, right? Or at least China does, who's to say they can't plant that out in our atmosphere and put it at a temperature where it's close enough to keep us living, but not too hot to where it's going to kill us,
I'm
right?
okay with that.
Yeah, right. Does that not provide life for quite some damn time?
I mean, a lot of time because you just have to make sure it's stable. Get it, get it stable. Or if that is clean energy, and we use it. Let's say our sun dies, but we can't do it to make a sun, then we can make. I'm not saying like a spaceship, but something. I mean, it has to be a spaceship. Not saying like Star Trek spaceship, but something that flies in space, is to a new home at a new star. That's possible too.
Did they just Tony Stark us? Did China just Tony Stark us?
If they can make advancements in it, yeah, they Tony Starked us, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Mike. If you had to put your trust in anybody to save the world, are you going China or are you going Elon Musk?
Well, it depends on who is behind it. If it's the China government, because we know, well, I don't know if you know, but they do a lot of bad things for their people.
Yeah.
I would say I don't trust that. I would like to trust either an independent, well, maybe not even independent, but someone that's not trying to do harm or could do harm or use it in a bad way. It's really hard because not even the U.S. is good at that either. So I don't know. It's hard. It's tough.
Yeah. So Don't Lie says the sun will get bigger and hotter and destroy of our solar system before it burns out.
Yeah.
But I agree that is what will happen. But if we can get to the advancement where we can make an artificial uh sun, why can't we do what and again, I don't mean to sound stupid, people, right? I know I'm using movie references, but it could be true. Why can't we put some type of barrier around the world in our atmosphere that would prevent that from happening?
Well,
I'm not saying it's ready yet, but I'm pretty damn sure somebody's working on it because let me tell you something, Mike. If we have the fear that aliens can come in and take over us,
if
why
they
can't we
haven't
have a defense system?
if they haven't been here already. But yes, I hear you.
Exactly.
But so if this because the sun is supposed to expand, it's supposed to engulf the planets along the way. So you're saying that you need something around planet Earth that will not melt when the sun engulfs us. So when the Earth, not the Earth, but when the sun shrinks, we release our whatever we have around Earth, and we're still alive. Is it possible? I would say no. Because
let me ask you this.
think about how much material you need to make that bubble. I mean, unless for some reason we can make a force field, which we don't even have that yet. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about, a force
possible.
field. That's what I meant. But what about this? All right. So you remember this? I keep going back to Marvel. I'm sorry, but do you remember this part where Iron Man threw out his thrusters and Thor threw out the lightning, and they met in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, it just kind of went up and it disappeared, right? They
Okay.
both fell back, but they both survived. What if we use our artificial sun
Okay.
that burns 6 times hotter than the sun? So when this happens, we point it at the sun to take that energy and push it back the other way so it destroys that side of the galaxy and not our side. Hello? Hello?
Well,
I think I just saved the world. I don't look live here on the Hand
okay.
Podcast, Friday, January 7th, 2022, 9:33 p.m. John Hilke just discovered how to save the world.
Okay. I mean, fuck it. If we're gonna go that route, might as well use Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and shrink the sun, and then put it inside the little what do you call it? The chain necklace on a cat, just like Men in Black, and then you have a
Exactly.
little globe flashlight. I mean,
But I'm serious though. But I'm serious,
but
right?
no, see, yours probably won't work because you're gonna mess with the gravity pools, and you're gonna destroy a lot of. Basically, our solar system evolves around the sun because of the gravity pull
Yeah,
that it
yeah.
has. So if you take away the sun, there's nothing to keep us in that rotation around the sun. Planets would just go in every direction that they want. So we would need the immediate replacement as you push the sun out to keep all the planets in rotation with the artificial sun. If it's possible, make the gravity, like the gravity pull, keep the planets in
So
correct orbit.
let's say it's like this, right? We got this, right? We've got our artificial sun, right?
Okay, we're going too
And
far into this. We'll leave it alone. This is going too far. But I mean, from your reference about like going with movies and stuff. I mean, the original Star Trek had the doors that open. When you walk at a certain point, they didn't have that at the time. We do now. So a lot of movies do help create technology that we don't have today.
I'm
Yes,
saying,
movies do help with all that. So it does help.
I'm saying, all I'm saying is NASA, call me up. I've got ideas. Oh, by the way, Mike,
Yes,
by the
sir.
way, before we go,
Okay.
right? Side topic. Last time we podcast about 3 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was I shooting my shot at?
Who were your
Remember what female? Remember what female I said, call me, girl?
Oh, is that the one that you met the MMA? Is that her?
No, talking
Oh,
about Aisha Curry.
I don't remember. I don't remember what you said about that one. Sorry.
So remember Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife? I was like, damn, girl, give me a call. What's up? What's up, Aisha? You fine woman? Right?
Uh huh.
Did you see? I forgot about this. I've been wanting to talk to you about this. Did you
Okay.
see that it's come out that her and Steph have an open
Oh,
relationship?
I did hear about that. Yeah, so they can do their business on the side and then come back and do their business together. I did hear that. Yep. Yep.
Before we end this episode, I just want to say something real quick, Mike. Let me
Okay.
turn this down real quick.
Oh, okay.
Aisha, Miss Curry, I'm here. All right, John Helmke. All right,
Hey, Miss
you
Jackson. Miss
you
Miss
hit us, you hit me
Jackson.
up, hit me up in the Hand Podcast DMs. All right, I'll let you cook for me. I'll cook for you, girl. All
I
right,
was like,
you.
I'm gonna let you cook for me. Like, God, okay, that's the way you open it. Okay.
I got you, Aisha. All right, with those beautiful eyes and my thighs, we can make some beautiful children. All right. So, Aisha, hit me up. Steph don't deserve you anymore. You and me, we can have a close relationship. I'll be the man that you need, right? The man you deserve, Aisha. You call me up, but leave the kids with Steph. All right. I want to start fresh. Okay. So leave the kids with Steph. He's got the millions. You don't need him. You bring your millions to me. Okay, you and me will live a great life, Aisha. That's the Ham Podcast DMs. You get at me. All right,
Wow.
Mike. I'm good, Mike.
Well, that was good. I'm gonna be like, let's get it on. Okay. What
Hello.
what I was thinking though, I was gonna say, well, for the Cowboys, my end of the stream comment.
Oh man.
Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, y'all better not get COVID because y'all dumbasses went to the Mavs game after your quarterback said we should stay away from outside people so you don't get COVID. And then hours later, they went to the Mavs game. So hopefully, y'all don't get COVID. Just saying.
Well, we don't have Micah this week.
Well, yeah, well, he has COVID. Yes.
Yeah, he's got COVID.
But
So,
then again,
and-
if they were to go, technically we don't need this week, but it'd be nice if we still win this week coming up. But we got playoffs coming, so we'll see.
yeah, so we're gonna be. What's going on, Pluto IL? So yes, you're a Raiders fan. We know.
This person
But-
is the biggest Raiders fan.
We're gonna be without Tony Pollard, Tyron Smith, Malik Turner, Quentin Bohanna, and Micah Parsons.
Well, the Eagles
Micah's
have
the only one due to.
Eagles have like
COVID.
half the team on COVID from what last
Yeah.
time I read. Last I read, I don't know if any got off, but like they named like 20 people that had COVID on the Eagles.
You know what I say? And I know there's a fan in here, right? That's one of our fans that loves the Eagles, right? Deacon, I believe it's Deacon 64 because he's old.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 83, I think. But
I meant I meant the Eagles, not the old part.
yeah, but Eagles, fuck the Eagles. That's all I had to say about the Eagles.
Oh.
And in the words of my boy Forrest, that's all I got to say about that.
All right. We'll leave it at that then. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. Pluto, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, everybody. Don't Lie Ho, Jay Cepeda, Merlin the Titan, and anyone else that was here that just lurked. We appreciate all of you. Thank you guys. And
I love lurkers.
So we'll be back again, of course, next week. We're not taking a 2-week break this time. We'll be back next week, same time, Friday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Woo-hoo.
Also, guys, don't forget, catch us replays, YouTube. It'll be uploaded. Go to the Ham Podcast Instagram, the Ham Podcast Twitter, the Ham Podcast Facebook. That's right, we got one now. So check it out, everybody. Be there or be square. Love all of y'all. My ride or dies. Mike, sign us out, baby. Let's go.
Have a great night. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there because we know the COVID is everywhere. So be safe.
Lurking.
Careful. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great night, everybody.
Holla.
Oh.
Hey guys, also if you want to check out my OnlyFans, I'm just fucking around. I ain't got no OnlyFans.
Yeah, it does. It's free.
It's free. I show my toes and everything. No, I'm just
He has an under the desk cam during the podcast, just so y'all know.
Under the desk cam. I love it.
That one you gotta pay 50 cents for. That's a little action there.
Yep, 50 cents, $1 for each inch. Oh shit, never mind. Oh no, you're good. Oh, have a good night, everyone. Y'all be safe out there. See y'all next Friday.